Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my first tutorial video. Actually, it's not my first tutorial video, but it's my first in a while. I haven't done one of these ever since like 3 years ago. So, please excuse me for any weird language I'm gonna use, because I haven't done these tutorial videos in about like 3 years. So, yeah, just a little heads up. Okay, so let's get right into it. So pretty much this was requested by one of my recent subscribers that's struggling with their current loadout or their layout of their HUD. So this is what mine looks like. Obviously, you got your shoot button, you got your move button, you got your edit button, and you got your uh, pickup button, your throw button, your sprinting button, your build reset button, and then etc. 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 Now, everyone's like, hey, metric, that's not a good tutorial. You're right, it's not. But unfortunately, the problem with this is I made this layout back, like immediately after iOS you know, got the boot. So this loadout has been with me for years, and unfortunately, since Epic's been very inconsistent with their layouts in general, they've changed a lot of stuff around. So before this originally was always up there. And like pretty much most of the stuff I have on the screen was originally what it was. This is pretty much how it was mostly laid out. But unfortunately, I went into a default account as of recent, and I saw the horrendous, very terrible layout, like very unusable layout that they put on for the new default like settings, which I'm just like, that's just terrible. So just to put in a clean slate, let's go to HUD Layout tool, let's go default, let's select layout, and actually, I'm going to go show you step by step on what I did. So first of all, first things first, let's change this. So once you change your thing, oh, it's going to say you are modifying a preset. Would you like to create a new layout? And say yes, create a new layout, and the layout's saved. Now you're able to move this however you like. So it's going to be a little bit janky, and definitely do not touch the screen, otherwise it's going to just move like that. So if you want, you could either have a grid snap, or you can just not have it on the grid snap, meaning you can move around freely. It's, as you can see, it's less choppy now, it's more free. So what you want to do is definitely put this bar, your health bar and everything, all the way up on the top left corner. So put your squad members down here. It doesn't really matter how far, and then put this over here. This way, it's easy for you to keep track of your health and everything, so you don't have to constantly like look down into around your inventory space, like around here. Um, and yeah, this is another horrendous thing that they did. Yeah, this thing right here. I don't like how they put the pickaxe right there and then everything else over there. They used to actually have it just the pickaxe in front and then 4 slots. Now they just made it more complicated for some reason. And like I said, that just goes into their inconsistency. But that's first things first. You want to change that there. You see a bunch of buttons on here. Well, what I want you to do, if this is too much for you, you can either like lay it out like this, or you can, personally, you can delete them. Like, go over here, and you see this little trash can logo right here. You want to make sure you click on the button, or you press, excuse me, you press on the button that you want to delete, and then afterwards, just press this red button right here. Not the trash can button, not the leave the door button. And then it'll tell you delete this element from all modes, and you can say confirm. And boom, now it's gone. Um, and that was just a block item, but it doesn't really matter. This is just a separate logo. Next thing, what you want to do is mess around with your pretty much your thumbstick. So this is where your left hand is going to be. And pretty much, I'm going to tell you guys right now, your shoot button right here, your shoot button, your edit button, where is it? It's right over here. Your edit button is all going to be mostly maintenanced by your left hand. So obviously I kind of have it already laid out, but there's one small problem. It's very small, at least for my standards. So I always recommend you just make the size bigger. So 70%, that won't do. Oh, what's this? 120%. Ooh, now that definitely looks like the layout that I have. And don't worry if it overlaps, because the button you see right here is temporary. the auto lock run. It's really temporary, so you don't have to worry about that. And then, oh, you got your shoot button right here. Well, let's make it bigger. And you don't have to make it like too big, like that. They could just make it a reasonable size, like around 140, around 130. And now your edit button right here. And then just put it as 100. You could put it as 100, or as what I would put it as, I would put it as 120. Around the same size as your shoot button, just so it's easier to like mobilize between the two. And there you go. That's it. You got your left side. Now, is there more to this? Yes, there is. Obviously, there's way more. So first of all, the right side seems a little bit cluttered. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all these other extra stuff that I really just don't need. Um, your inventory, button you definitely need. Keep that. Your extra shoot button, you don't need that. And your another shoot button, well, this is a military ability. I don't know what that really does. I think that's really just for like the extra like movement stuff, but you don't need to worry about that for now. Your main pickup button, you want to keep that, not your secondary one though. And then you got your little heals, which yeah, you can keep. I think this is like just for quick heals. Yep, it says right there, quick heal. So if you don't want to go all the way to back to your inventory space and then just press it, you can always just like press that and it'll immediately start consuming the heals. Next, you got your run button, your jump button right here, which you want to keep. And you definitely want to keep your crouch button too. So keep all these in an organized manner, and your throw button right here. And then we got your auto fire. Delete that. Your emoji. Oh, I'm sorry. Your emoji thing. Yeah, put that up there. Because you're obviously not going to be, having it like down there or whatever. That's for flying. That's very creative. That's really your choice if you want to keep it. Usually I just like put it there just in case, but you don't really need it. And then obviously this is to reload, which usually me reloading I always like pressed on the actual like item. I don't actually like use any like reload buttons, so usually for me I just like delete it. Okay, and then you got your switch seats, which you definitely need since we have vehicles now. And your secondary shoot button, which is delete. So, okay, now that's a little more clean, let's go over what I had. So first, my inventory. So it's right over here, right? And once again, it's pretty small. So we just make it a bit bigger, not to a point where it's like off the grid like that, but you want to make it at least comfortable enough for you to press. So we're over here. And obviously, you want to move this. This is pretty much a kill counter. We're going to tell you your kills, so you can just put that over there or wherever there's extra space, and make sure it's not interfering with your touch area. So we're over there, and I'm just going to use this as an example. I'm not going to, this quick bar, I'm not going to really just, I'm just going over like most of mainly the basics in this video. I'm not going to be going over through the entire thing. And then this is just to, I guess, spectate. Oh, no, focus event, which I never used. So excuse me for sounding outdated, but I mainly used stuff that gets me through a battle. So you want to put your this is pretty much an indicator of you telling you like where your how much ammo you have left. And then for this, you can put this is where your builds, your gold, and your reboot card indicator is. And usually I would put it above the inventory. Now, obviously, I'm not going. I'm going to explain to you guys how to change these two in the next video, because obviously it's not matching up with what I have. But this is just a quick run through. And then second, you got this. You got your jump button. You got your sprint button, right? Well, how I laid out mine is I put my sprint button all the way up here, along with Well, I'm not gonna get into that yet. Getting a little ahead of myself. My build button right here. My throwing button, which usually I was like compact it near where my other buttons are. And here's the rest of them. Okay. Now what you want to do is you want to now make these buttons, same thing as on your left side, a bit bigger. So you want to put up to like 120, 130, or 140. I would recommend putting on 140 just because, like I said, it's just for more mobility and comfort, and for you to be comfortable. And it actually helps with your muscle memory too. The bigger the buttons are, the easier it is to like tell like where they are and stuff like that. So you gotta jump, crouch, but usually here's how I do it. I just put the jump button above and the crouch button underneath, and I put that my throw button around there. Once again, make it a bit big, not too big obviously because it's not your main button you have to worry about. Your sprint button, definitely make that a little bit bigger. It's about that. Yep, that big. And then if it's crossing over to where your ping indicator is or anything like that, you could just put this all the way up here. Or you could put it like underneath here, just to keep it more organized. Whichever one you want to do. That's mostly up to your preference. But yeah, put your sprint button up here, and then the button next to sprint button will obviously be the auto reset edit. Now your aim, your ADS or your aim button, it's obviously small right now, so just make it bigger. About 120, 130 around there. You don't want to make it, once again, you don't want to make it too big because it's not your main priority buttons. And then you also want to make your pickup button big. Um, and then, yeah, definitely. And mostly this is based off of your preference. It's is mostly trial and error. So you can take what I'm giving you and work with it a little bit. And then from there, you could change it around, see which one you like to do more, 4 clawing or 6 clawing or 8 clawing, whichever way you want. But pretty much my settings are not far off from the original settings. So, alright, after done with this, we mainly got our main buttons down that were on the screen. Obviously, you just want to put that there. Now, this is just temporary placeholder. It's not going to be permanent, so I wouldn't really follow with whatever these three are yet. But I'm just putting down all the basic stuff that you do need. And here we go, right here. So you want to grab this. It's the button with, it's called Edit, Toggle, and Reset. So you want to add it on the toggle, confirm, and put it up here. And then you want to make it big like that, about 120. And there we go, boom, you got it. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys, obviously this is gonna be part one. I'm gonna release part two pretty soon, most likely tomorrow, because I don't usually like to stretch these things out for too long. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.